let me put the music on, right? Hey, Joanna. Welcome, welcome. You guys, I'm actually going to tell you about Joanna in a second. Yeah, so go ahead and put your city and state. Roll call. Thank you. Trust me, I did not look like this earlier. You know how I do. I put my makeup on for you guys. It's date night. It's Thursday. Aw, Joanna. Mwah! I love you. I love you, love you, love you. I so enjoyed our conversation today. Let me just tell you. I almost texted you and I was like, chill. All right, yeah. Put your city and state. City and state. Hi, Millie Lashes. Thank you so much for reposting for me. I hope one day you can come attend one of my classes. Yes, city and state, city and state. I'm going to start shouting them out, okay? Okay. Let's see. We got California. Another California, South California, Oxnard. Houston, Texas. Victoria, British Columbia. Detroit, Michigan. Toledo, Ohio. Atlanta, Georgia. Cali, Long Beach. Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Hendersonville, North Carolina, Memphis, Tennessee, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Philly, Colombia, Barranquilla, Toronto, Milwaukee, Kingston, Jamaica, Stratford. Guys, this guy keeps calling me. I'm like busy right now. Gig Harbor, Washington, London, Ontario, Taiwan, Colombia, Montreal, Toronto, Chattanooga. Whoa. Cali. Hey, Sophia. I love it when I know you guys by your first names. Because, you know, it's way better than just knowing you by your tag, your Instagram tag. Dallas. The Lash and Brow Society in Houston wants to host you. Oh, send me a DM. I'm actually going to be in Houston July 30th to the 31st. And actually... Joanna, the Houston class is actually sold out. So let's quickly, hola de Chile, perdón. So let's quickly talk about the classes, right? So Oakland is coming. Yes, please do, Brianna. So Oakland is coming up. I think there's one spot left for technique, and then there's spots left for business. So I made some changes. I don't know if you saw my story earlier this week. So, you know, just different questions that were coming in, and I realized, let's switch this up a bit. So for the workshop, you have 3 options, right? You can come to just the business portion, which is a 4-hour class for $500, any of the cities, right? I'm coming to Atlanta on June 11th to the 12th. Exquisite Minx. I actually have 1 spot left if you're interested. Right, first class, business class, it's on the day 1 of whenever I'm in that city from 10 to 2. No requirements. You don't have to be licensed or certified or anything because we're just talking business and how to manage your business, right? And then if you don't want to take the business part at all, you could just come for technique, right? So, and if you want to take both, you can take both. So you have 3 options: just the business class at $500, just the technique class, which is 1.5 days, at $1,250, or both business and technique for the 2 days at $1,500. So if you're interested, you have options, okay? I'm all about options, and that's actually something I'm very excited about, because I'm coming with this gift bag filled with all these goodies from different brands, and so you're gonna get to try all the goodies that are in the bag, you know what I mean? So options, honey. You need to have options. You need to know what's up with each of these brands. Do you like their products? Let's find out. So I'm really excited about that. So Oakland, I have a spot left for technique. Atlanta, I have a spot left for business and technique. Towson, Maryland, I will be there June 18th for business only, so you can still sign up for that. After that, I'm going to Las Vegas. So are any of you going to the Las Vegas tour, the trade show, to IECSC or to IBS? If you are, Exquisite Minx, just send me a DM, or just click the link in my bio. I will be in New York August 13th to the 14th. Sorry. Every time I try to answer your questions while I'm talking, I always get sidetracked. Get it together, Stan. Okay. Vegas, June 24th to the 26th at the trade show. I'm also doing one-on-one mentorships there. So we can sit down face-to-face together and like go through whatever you want. There's 30, 45-minute, and 60-minute sessions. If it's like having a, well, no, it's not like that. Never mind. But if you want to do a one-on-one session, I decided not to do a full class. I figured I could help more people by doing the mentorship sessions. So if you're in Las Vegas at the trade shows, let's do a mentorship session. And if you signed up for the walking tour, make sure you select your session. Because if you don't, then I'm going to open it up to the people who are on the wait list and they may take your spot. Okay, so check your email. So after Las Vegas, then we have New Jersey, July 9th to the 10th. Then we have Dallas. Thank you, Lisa. Then we have Dallas, July 16th to the 17th. Then we have Houston, July 30th to the 31st. Houston is already booked on Technique, but if you want to come to the business part, you can. New York is August 13th to the 14th. Beauty by Nicola. That's New York, August 13th to the 14th. Probably in Manhattan somewhere. And then we have Miami, August 20th is business. And that's actually at Lash Maker's location. So if you guys know Elena, I trained with Elena. She's like one of the top lash artists right now. And then I'm in Los Angeles, August 27th to the 28th at May Rocky Lashes, Cammie's spot. So you have options. If you notice, I'm posting each city one at a time and including a sponsor as well. But all the dates are included on each of the sponsored posts. Atlanta is June 11th to the 12th. That's in about 4 weeks or so. Okay, so I hit 25,000 followers. I don't know where you all came from, but I love you. Thank you so much. And because of, I totally have to do something, right? So I'm going to tell you first, and then tomorrow I'm going to tell everybody else, okay? A winner for Vegas. A winner for what? Vegas, there's only going to be the walking tour and a mentorship. Wait, sorry, I'm reading your questions. Just back to what I'm going to do though. So I'm going to give away one of the gift bags to one of my followers. That's like a $500 gift bag. You're going to get products from Illumino Lashes, Lash Affair, Borboleta Beauty, Cosmetics, EBL Lashes, Lash Effects just signed on. I got a message from the Lash Chick. She wants to get down and in on it. The Lash Exchange and May Rocky Lashes. That's like 9 brands. Okay? Where have you ever seen that at? Where a trainer who doesn't work for any of these brands gets all of them together and gets some products to give to the students. I'm not going to say that again. Okay? So you know it's going to be awesome. Okay? Alabama, just come to Atlanta. It's only a 3-hour drive. I know because I've done it. From Atlanta to Alabama. Huntsville, actually. So, all right. Let me see. Do you guys have was there anything in here? Oh, Hollywood Lash Conference. Who's going to the Hollywood Lash Conference? May 26th to the 28th. Because I'm going to be there. And then from there, I'm going to Oakland to teach the class, the 30th to the 31st. So, who's going to the Hollywood Lash Conference? I see a bunch of hearts. Is that you? Are you coming? I hope so. So I'll be there. Hollywood Lash Conference. There's 9 educators that is coming that I know about the top of my head. Actually, have you guys seen or read or bought Volume Lash Master Lash Volume? Or maybe it's just called Lash Masters Volume 3. There you go. It's a book. Actually, Lash Inc., which is based out of Europe, they have a magazine and they published this book where they got a bunch of lash masters together to tell their stories. So there's 3 volumes, and I believe the 3rd book, pretty much a lot of the women who were in the 3rd book are actually on the panel at the Hollywood Lash Conference. So that includes Ruthie Bell, Frankie Widows, I believe Loretta is going to be there as well. I think Jill from Lash Effects is there, don't quote me. And it's being coordinated and put together by Sinful Lashes, Michelle from Sinful Lashes. So that is in Hollywood, May 26th to the 28th, although I do not think that they are, I don't think they're selling tickets anymore. So if you didn't get it, I'm sorry. Let's see. Alright, so I'm getting hit with the questions. What do you think of Lashbox LA Glue Aid Glue Cure? Helps cure glue on unfavorable humidity and temperature. I've never used this product, so unfortunately I can't provide you with an opinion. But what we can do is we can add that product to the website, lash411.info, and then if any other artists have used it, maybe they'll leave a review. Guys, I know y'all haven't been doing your homework. Your homework is to log in. Oh, please don't look at my lashes either. And now that I said that, now you're going to look. So your homework has always been log in, find the products, brands, trainers, whatever that you've used before, and leave your opinion about them for the next girl. Okay? Let's see. Questions. Let's see. Hey, Sue. Hey, Lindy. Guys, we've got Illumino Lashes and EBL Lashes in here with us, too. My daughter, who is 9, wants me to tell you that you are beautiful. Well, thank you very much. Favorite tweezers for classic beginners? Let me see. Actually, you know what's a great tweezer for a beginner? This tweezer. This is a tweezer from Sugar Lash. Good for classic and volume. It's like a 45-degree angle. Nice and sturdy. Like, now if you like a longer tweezer, then this would be for you. If you prefer a shorter tweezer, like you see the difference in size. I should probably hold it this way. It's all about preference, guys. The tweezer that I like may not be a tweezer you like. It's like if I asked you Pepsi or Coke. Well, you might like Coke and I might like Pepsi. Then what? You know what I'm saying? Like if you said, what's your favorite soda? Well, we all have preferences, right? The thing is that there's so many different kinds of tweezers. I think I have about 9 different shaped tweezers. So this is a $10 tweezer. This is not a $10 tweezer. I don't know what the price is off the top of my head. This one is from Sugar Lash Pro. It's a V45. And I believe my friend Eyelashes Tina also uses it to isolate. Okay? So it's kind of like a dual tweezer in a way. And then this tweezer, it's a $10 tweezer. It's a BST 5B. You can actually find this in my favorites. If you click the... Hi! Is that Melissa from Hourglass? Hi! Yeah, so this is a BST 5B that I got from Lash Effects, $10 tweezer, loving it for volume. I mean, I've actually, in the last week, transitioned from using this tweezer for volume to using this tweezer for volume. Yeah, and guess what? Today I tried to go back to using this one, and it just didn't work. Why? Because my hand is now used to holding this one like this. Holding one of these tweezers like this requires you to kind of be at more of a 90-degree angle, whereas this one, because it's a 45-degree, you have a little bit more lax. Big difference, let me just tell you. And that's the other thing, guys. I'm bringing all, I mean, aside from the fact that you're going to get, like, in the kit comes an isolating tweezer and a pickup tweezer, student kit. But with the sponsors, some of them are also donating tweezers. So you're going to get a few pairs of tweezers at your training. And I'm going to bring all of my tweezers so that you can try each of them. Because like I said, I have one of each kind that are out there. So you're going to get to try each of my tweezers. Please don't walk away with my shit. That will piss me off. That would just not be right. And I think you already know this is my favorite isolating tweezer. These are Dumont SS45s. These are going to be in your kits because this, okay, if anybody wanted to know what the best was, I got to tell you this right here is the best for isolation. Why? Because it has this nice curved tip right here and it's way better. Like anybody who uses this to isolate, oh, honeys, this, I mean, maybe you're probably used to it by now, but you don't know what you're missing if you had one of these, okay? This is what's going to get all those little guys out of the way, okay? Oh, so you see these, right? These, I'm also bringing one pair of each magnification to the trainings so that the students can try them. We can figure out what your magnification is. And then, I mean, if I have enough for each person, then you can buy them. But otherwise, I'm using these as teaching aids at each class. Again, this is just for you to try on and figure out which magnification is for you before you order, okay? And I'll tell you, of course, where to order them. But guess what I bought last week? Did I show you guys these last week? I got these loops. I think I showed these to you. Anything that you're looking for that I'm talking about, search LASH411, click the link in bio. If you want to know where to find magnifiers, literally, dudes, it's like Google. Search LASH411 or go to lash411.info and type magnifiers in the search box, okay? So these are loops. And these, oh, I'm looking right through it. So these are going to take a whole lot for me to adjust to. Not to mention, they only had a 2.5. And I clearly need something less. These were $99. Yeah, these were $99. These were $36. Right. But let me tell you something about these. From what I could see, right? Sorry guys, somebody keeps calling me. From what I could see with these, I didn't have to like, not that I hunch over with these, but I didn't have to like move in a little bit closer. I'm literally sitting here like this and just, I know you can't see, but like imagine like this is me lashing, right? I'm literally just sitting like this lashing, like you could see everything like that up close and personal. So I'm now going to be on the hunt looking for a different magnification. Where I will find it, I don't know, but once I find it, I will let you know, of course. Oh, and another thing that I just bought recently is one of these. So you may or may not have seen it. I reposted one of these last year. Somebody was so kind to share this. They posted it on their page and I shared it. It was a share LASH411. Unfortunately, I cannot remember the lash artist tag name right now. But you can definitely find, there's a post. It's like a paint shaker. You put your glue in here. You press this button and it shakes it for you instead of you having to shake it yourself. And literally, I'm pretty sure like 5 seconds of this is enough. So yeah. Somebody just, if you were referring to these you can get at Walmart, Target. I had something on my story at the dollar store. You can actually find something like this at the dollar store. Let's see. Let me put a few things away. You ever, be in your room and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm a mess. Oh, guess what else is going to be in your kits? A nebulizer. Where they do that at, right? They probably been giving you nanomisters. I'm giving you a nebulizer. You're already getting, let's look at this. You're going to get a Dumont isolating tweezer, a nebulizer, and you're going to get to try on some magnifiers, dude. I'm already like excited. If you're not excited, I'm fucking excited. Value, honey. Oh, and guess what else I do? I'm calling each of my students a week before the class because I want to get to know you before I meet you because, sometimes it could be awkward because you guys know me, but I don't know you per se. So I'm calling each of my students a week before the class. I'm probably going to put together a little survey so I can learn more about you. Like, for example, do you wear magnifiers? Do you have lighting? Do you use a glue ring or a jade stone? Are you righty or lefty? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Paint shaker. Search LASH411 paint shaker. This one I got from Amazon. It's called Robart. I can't remember right now at the top of my head how much it was. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna have to cut this like down to 30 minutes, and the reason why is because when I tried to post these to YouTube, it takes forever because it's like a 1-hour video trying to upload, and you know, I want to make sure that people can play back and listen, but I mean a whole fucking hour, man. It takes like 6 hours for the damn thing to upload. I mean, you guys already know I speak French fluently, so if anybody has a problem with my cursing, well, unfortunately, that's your problem. I kid. Okay, so I don't know if I missed it, but did anybody have any other questions? Let's see. Oh, somebody asked the price for the training in New York. You have 3 options. If you want to do just the business class, it's $500. If you want to do just the technique class, it's $1,250. If you want to do business and technique, it's $1,500 for 2 days. Let's see. Do I have anything else in here to show you guys? Well, something exciting is that when I also come to the trainings, I'm bringing a new product that I kind of put together for you to try. Well, I'm just going to give it to my students, so, okay? So tomorrow, again, I'm going to post that giveaway to win a goodie bag. And so you're going to be on the lookout for that. But yeah, hit me with the questions. Shoot. Go. I'm ready. Alma, if you want to know anything that's my favorite, click the link in my bio or visit LASH411.info and hit LASH411's favorites. Drink. I mean, that wasn't a best question, but it was a favorite. Drink. What advice would you give to a person who doesn't have a lot of actual models to practice on? Just continue working on the dummy head? Well, do you have no friends, family who have eyelashes? And who are willing to let you practice on them? Do you have no Facebook friends that you could put a Facebook post up and say, hey, I'm looking for some models? Could you... Do you have friends from beauty school who you could ask if you could train on them? Try that. Let's see, next question. Should you use a magnetic lens? I never do. How much do you think it helps? A magnetic, or do you mean a magnifying? If you mean a magnifying lens, I absolutely recommend it. I'm going to be honest with you. When I first started lashing and when I went to my first volume training, my trainer, she was very big on having magnification, and at first I was against it because I already had really bad eyesight and I didn't want it to get worse because I thought, of course, by doing this it would get worse. But actually over the last 4 years, per my eye doctor like 2 weeks ago, he said my vision got better. So I don't know if it has anything to do with the magnifiers, but I like to think it does. And it's really important because for what we do, we need attention to detail. And if you're squinting and all that, if anything, that's what's going to make your vision worse. You are working on very tiny things. Like somebody who works on watches, they don't do it just with their regular eyesight. They wear magnifiers because they're working with minute, small things. And that's what you're doing, essentially. So definitely get a set of magnifiers. Where did I get my isolating tweezers? Just because I want you to. Search LASH411 isolating tweezers. Or isolation tweezers. Either go to lash411.info or go to the link in my bio and hit search LASH411. Oh, darling, so you moved to another city. That's kind of tough. Do you get your hair done or your nails done anywhere in that city? If not, maybe you should, and then from there, make friends with the stylists and shit in there and tell them that you do lashes. But yeah, that's kind of rough when you're moving from another city. When I took my first training, I was in a city that I wasn't from. I did it in Atlanta. And I was living there that year, but I didn't have girlfriends and, I just had my sister. So I left Atlanta, came back to New Jersey because this is where all my friends and family were to practice on. So, finger hand exercise. I kind of get a cramp on my left hand, pointer finger. So weird. You know those balls, the tension balls? That's something you can try. But as soon as you start to feel your shit cramping, you gotta stretch them out. Briefly, what's discussed in the business class interested? There is a description on the workshop page, but if I'm quickly going to go through it, I'm just going to share with you my experience of building my business from the top up, how to manage your social media, how you can manage your business from your phone. I'm going to give you different applications and programs to use. We're going to talk about, like, for example, using QuickBooks, using Square, using an appointment scheduling app, having a website. I will show you quickly how you can build your own website because, hello, I'm a web developer too. So what you're really getting with me, and this I'm starting to realize this in conversations, is, and not to toot my own horn, but I'm like a well-rounded business individual / lash artist. I can really help you with all aspects of our business for the most part. I've been mobile, I've been in a salon, and I've worked from home. Here's one thing. I've never worked for somebody else because that wasn't in my plan. But I'm able to help you with pretty much any aspect, the actual art of applying the lashes and the actual business side of things behind the scenes. Face Escape. Yeah, if you're going to be in IBS, we could totally do a mentorship at in Las Vegas, and then we can talk about exactly whatever you want to talk about. If you want to send me a message, and we'll set that up. Have I ever used Sugar Lash Pro's Flawless Adhesive? The reason I ask is because it says to use a wiggle motion on the website, but no other info. So wiggle, I'm like, what the hell? Need more info. Okay, is that the adhesive? That's the magnetic adhesive that's like $100 and something. If it is, I did buy it that one time, and when I got it, at first I thought something was wrong with the bottle because you had to puncture. And, you know, obviously whenever you get glue, you never have to puncture the bottle, you know, the nozzle or whatever. And I was waiting to see this magnetic thing happen, and I didn't see it happening, so I was like, maybe I missed it. So I only tried it that once, and that's all I got for you. But as far as a wiggle motion, I imagine what they mean is that, and again, I'm just assuming, is that like when you go to place the lash down, probably that you gotta like, I don't know, up and down or left and right. I'm not sure. But the best thing I can suggest for you to do is contact Sugar Lash and ask them exactly what they mean. I can't see why they wouldn't answer that question. So shoot them a DM and see what happens. I want to open my lash studio at home. What kind of licenses do you need? Well, you need to contact your state board and find out what the rules are for your state. How long did it take you to do a full set when you first started? 3 to 4 hours. Your goal is to get down to 2 hours and 80% coverage before you can start charging full price. And even when you get down to that, your work still isn't really going to reflect full price. Alma had a good suggestion to you, Best of Luck Studio. She said post on your IG that you need models for eyelash extensions. Aesthetics by Paola, the $500 kit. It's not a $500 kit. It's a $500 gift bag of goodies that each of these companies is donating. I'm waiting to get all of everything in because they're all sending different shit. So I don't have a list just yet. What kind of insurance do you recommend? I use Hiscox. Thank you, Best Deluxe. There's no such thing as online mentorship. If you mean FaceTime mentorship, yes. I do FaceTime mentorships. Yes, I will be in Vegas all 3 days. So on the 24th, while I'm there, so the 25th is the walking tour. The 24th and the 26th are open for mentorships, and I'm going to be at 3 different booths right now to do like meet and greets to meet you guys. So I'll be at Illumina Lashes, I'll be at Lash Affair, and I'll be at EBL Lashes. And I'll also be working a little bit at Illumina Lashes. I might actually be doing my mentorships from there. Set up shop right there. Oh, you called. Maybe you should try emailing or like sending the message over DM. They have somebody who checks it. I'm actually starting mobile lashing since I'm barely starting. Regarding that, what tips do you have? Don't go to strangers' houses. Also, glue considering different humidity and temperature, please. Well, that's going to be something. Like, you guys notice when you look at different brands, they have like 3 to 4 different adhesives, which I don't know how I feel about that. But that's going to be a hard one because you don't know what you're walking into. You're definitely going to need to have one of these. Oh yeah, this will be in your kit too. You're going to need to have one of these. That's a hygrometer to tell you what the temperature humidity is, but you can only do but so much when you're entering different environments constantly. So I would suggest maybe hopefully, I mean, look, my room has gone from 20% up to 54% in the last 3 months. You never know what you're going to walk into. So unfortunately, that's the downside to being a mobile lasher. But get a hygrometer. Ooh, lash out with CC. To sign up for the mentorships, just click the link in bio and select volume training and mentorship and then enroll. I am, but I need a fill. She asked me if I was wearing lash extensions, and I am, but I need a fill. I totally pushed my fill because I'm going to Hollywood next week, so I'm getting my lashes done before I go. Okay, so you're using the Lash Maker's adhesives, and she says it keeps on wicking, closing my fans. Any tips? How are you dipping your adhesive into... Wait, are you using a glue ring or a jade stone, Jessica? I think you use glue rings, right? And I think I tagged you in a post with how you should turn the glue ring and dip your... You should put your volume adhesive. Did you get that when I tagged you in it? If not, let me know and I'll send it to you. Do you recommend doing cheap lashes when starting out? What do you mean? Cheap lashes. Okay, good. You got it, Jessica. Like, I don't recommend cheap anything, but can you just explain what you mean? Thank you. You know what? Wicked Lash Co., Sugar Lash, their elite adhesive is between 20 to 75% humidity requirement. So that might be an option for you. Okay, inexpensive. No, I'm like charging less than what other people with experience charge. Well, you're going to have to do that. But you also have to be transparent with your clients. You have to tell your clients, my price is this low because I'm new, but as I get better, my price is going to go up. So, you know, we need to make sure clients understand that this procedure is an expensive luxury procedure. Okay? All right, I gotta block a few people. Hold on a second. That's not what we do around here. All right, I think I got them. If I see any more dudes coming up in here saying inappropriate shit, you will be escorted out, sir. Okay, do you use the glue on the ring or the stone? So, I've always used glue in the ring. My one brow? What's wrong with my one brow? Oh, is that when I do that thing? So I have always used glue rings, and then I ran out of them one day last year, and I had this jade stone that I got from my training with lash makers, and I was like, oh, guess we're gonna have to use this, right? The awesome thing about this is that you can just use it over and over and over and over again, and you don't have to worry about ordering any new shit. The other thing that I like about this is I have more control over the glue. Jessica, that might be an option for you. You might have to switch to one of these. Although, maybe you just need more practice using the glue ring the way I suggested. But personally, I'm using one of these. I don't know who you are calling me boo. Yeah. So, and actually, guys, if you see I put this piece of tape on here, the reason why is because I'm just not beat to like clean this thing with like soak it in acetone every night. So what I do is I put that piece of tape, which I literally just got from CVS. Nothing special, so don't go crazy over asking, who the fuck are you? Don't talk to me like that in here. I'm not your boo-boo. That kind of like pisses me off when dudes think that they can just talk to you and you, do you know how to make banana juice? For real? Dudes. Oh, sorry, I dropped this stuff. Alright, so on my jade stone, I put this piece of tape, right? Any kind of tape. And then I take double stick tape. And I put it right on top of that. And then I drop my glue. Why do I do that? Because the glue will eat right through this shit, and then next thing you know, you've got all this... Yeah, and then, so I'm just reading y'all comments like, what the fuck? We are talking lashes, not banana juice. Right, so yeah, I put this on top of this because that way it's just easier to clean up. So then when I'm done, I can just take that off. That's still there, and then I put a new piece. But really, you know, you just take the whole thing off. Per client, take the whole thing off. Sanitation reasons, you know. And then I just replace it with another one. Done. Okay, let me do that right now, too. Ooh, I'm going to use these today to cut my, isn't that nice? And I'm just going to put that, actually, and I like to do it, I leave a little bit off so that way it's easier. And I'll just set this up so it's already set up to go tomorrow. Okay. Dude. Okay. Do your clients ever need to take a break from lashes? Yeah, depending on their lashes. Look, there's two ways that damage happens, right? It's either you have applied lashes that could possibly be inappropriate for that client's lashes, and therefore it damages them, and now their lashes become weak and thin. Or your client is doing something like, for example, rubbing their eyes and therefore prematurely rubbing their eyelashes out, therefore causing damage. Or maybe they just went through the spring shed and maybe they were coming back looking like their lashes were unhealthy and you freaked out. It's okay. That will pass. But I only suggest it if they come back for like, say, 2 sessions in a row and it looks as if they need some like TLC. So I immediately tell them you need to get a serum and maybe we should just chill out for a little bit. You know what else that can happen too? It could be none of the above that I just said, and it could be their hormones, their bodies changing, the weather is changing. That's the spring shed that I was talking about. Could be if they're on new medications, things like that. Women going through menopause, our bodies change. So it could be a slew of reasons, but I only suggest a break if I start to notice a change in their natural lashes. Beauty by Nicholas, she said, I am not your boo. Listen, don't mess up our lash time. Go drink some banana juice. But honey, he wants to know how to make some. Lord. How do I feel about glitter lashes? I actually have some here. I mean, I haven't used these in a while. These are from Nova Lash. Because, you know, my dumb ass went and bought that whole candied set. Because I had to have everything when I first trained with them. Those are fun. Those are fun. Add them. It's great for like Halloween and like cheerleading competitions, you know, dance recitals, that kind of stuff. Let's see, how do you do color lashes any specific way? So when I've done them, I've asked my client, do they want to do like a color block where 1 to 2 sections is just that color, or do they want them sprinkled throughout? So just ask your customer. But usually I do a color block because that way you can really see it. A color block is literally just you pick the section, and obviously you'll make it the same on both eyes, but you're going to pick the section where you're going to put it. And usually I put it from middle to outer. I never put it on the inner. What lash cleanser do you recommend clients should use? So I have a few cleansers in here. I have the homemade cleanser, which is the shampoo and Poland spring water in a foam pump, which you should replace like at least every 30 days because that water in there is going to go rank and or it's going to dissipate. Like once you squeeze it out, it's going to like fall. So definitely every 30 days, I should be putting a new mix up in there. I also have My Brand Lashes Lash and Brow Cleanser. I also have the Chrysanthi Cosmetics. So search for the following post. It's called Aftercare by Lifestyle. You don't have, like, each client has a different regime, if you will. Some of my clients work out at the gym, so therefore they need to wash their lashes more frequently. Some of them wear daily makeup. Some of them don't wear any makeup at all. Some of them have really oily lids. Some of them have a little bit of blepharitis. So, for example, the ones who have blepharitis, they're going to use the Chrysanthi because it has a little bit of tea tree oil that's going to help kill all that shit. The Lash and Brow Cleanser is more of like a regular mild cleanser that can be used every day with the lashes and or brows. And then you have your do-it-yourself baby shampoo. Dudes, open the... You know, this is what happens when, like, Instagram lets everybody see you live. Can't just be just your followers. Face Escape, top 5 brands for volume lashes. Who has a drink? Somebody take a drink. Babe, there's no... That's a matter of opinion. Are you asking me... If you're asking for my opinion, I gotta be honest with you. I personally don't have a top 5 in the game. It's like top 5 rappers, right? Just look, this is where, you know, you guys leaving your opinion and rating different products and brands comes in handy, okay? Because on the Lashboard page on lash411.info is the latest and the greatest, right? The greatest adhesives, the greatest lashes, the greatest tweezers, the greatest accessories. I'm going to add the brands to that, but you, all of you who have used any of those brands or products that are listed on the site, you need to tell us whether they're top or not. That's how we're going to find out who are the top brands, which are the top products according to our peers. Okay? If you want to know how to make the shampoo, the cleanser, search LASH411 cleanser mix. I would never use dial foam soap. Never. And the baby shampoo that I've used, I get the one that has no scent. What do I give clients each session? So, oh, I don't have any more loyalty cards there. So, oh gosh. Okay, Ahmed. Thank you, but you're not a lash artist. I appreciate it, but this is lash time. Okay, thanks. So they get the brush that I used on them while I was working on them. They give me their loyalty card and I punch it, of which loyalty cards are also in your kits, honeys. You know. Let's see. Sometimes I give them foam pump bottles because I bought a slew of them and those are like literally $1 each. So I just throw them in. They pay a lot of money to get their lashes filled. I can throw in a foam pump bottle and not charge them for it. Let's see. Yes, lash out. It's a gift and a curse when you know everything. I almost know everything. I only know because I've been through it. I know a little bit about everything, I would like to think. And if I don't, I'll know who to go ask. And I'll get you the answer. Because then I need to know, right? How do you hustle clientele as a new lash tech? I'm struggling over here in Cleveland. Search LASH411 5 free ways to get new business. Where do you get the bottles? Search LASH411 foam cleanser bottles. Can we buy this goodie bag kit if we can't make it to the training? And no, you cannot. But I will be giving away a goodie bag. That giveaway starts tomorrow. And the kit, I'm specifically choosing the products that are going in the kit. Those are some of my favorite products that are going in there. So that's why you can't just buy it. I mean, if I put out the list, obviously you could buy it and put it together yourself. But I'm hand picking products to go into the kit. What do I think about the May Rocky pre-made volume fans? They're awesome. Actually, I have some. And actually, we covered this the last time, so I would suggest that once that video is up, you watch it. But these have a suitable thin base. That's been the problem with a lot of pre-made lashes. Their bases are too thick. They're like the equivalent to a 0.20. Mayraki's lashes are the closest that I've seen that mimic an actual fan. So, let me see. It might not focus, but yeah. She's actually going to be giving a case of these to the folks who are coming to the Los Angeles class. Just came into the lashing world. What advice would you give for traveling lash artists for home calls? Do not go to strangers' houses. Bring one of these. You know, I'm sorry, I answered this question just earlier, so you might have to watch this back. I don't want to waste everybody else's time. What I used to pack in my truck was the massage table, a chair, the lights, and that was it. Oh, and like a side table. Definitely bring one of those if you can. Like I used to bring one of those, you know, the kind that you sit, like a TV dinner table. That's what I used to bring with me. How do you remove old fans when clients come for a fill? You know, I'm so surprised that this is not covered in training. Because at my training, we're going to apply lashes, we're going to switch models, and then it's going to feel like a fill. And then we're going to remove them. You're doing the whole kit and caboodle. We're doing everything. I've been paying attention to what's happening in some trainings, and that's not happening in mine. Like, I've been you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing it all. Like, you're going to get your money's worth with my shit. Look, buy one tray Aesthetics with Rose. Buy one tray. Try them. This is what you have to do with any product. Don't just go off of my recommendation because what I like may not be what you like. Okay? So, give them a shot. Try them. See if you like them. Oh no. Have you heard of using rubbing alcohol to dip your brush and to cleanse your lashes a couple of times a week to prolong? Don't do that. You will burn the shit out of your eye. Don't do that. Are you ever coming to Miami? I want to train with you. Yes, I'll be in Miami August 20th to do the business class. If you want to schedule a private training and you have your own studio, send me a message and maybe we can coordinate something while I'm there because I'll already be there. And my dad lives there. So, all right, guys. Do you have any other questions? Because we're on the hour. Damn it. You know this is going to take forever for me to upload this shit. Okay. Anything else? Lisa. One thing I also want to remind you guys, especially the newbies, you're going to take lots of trainings. There's not just one. You don't just take one training and boom, you're done, okay? That's not how it works. With lashes, you got to take a training, a minimum, once a year, okay? Make that like your goal for you, okay? Once a year, you need to take a training. Pick somebody whose work you admire, who seems knowledgeable, who you feel like you could really learn something from. Look at their work, okay? But you're going to take a training once a year. I have every year. This Hollywood Lash Conference is kind of like I'm getting 9 educators in one. All my certifications on the wall. I have 4 certifications. Like, every year, take a training, okay? Yes, Jessica, there's still spots for LA. So I hope to see you there. Just submit an enrollment for it. What do I use to remove lashes? I prefer cream remover. Oh, this one is actually from Lash Makers. I use the cream remover. If you want to see a removal, just search LASH411 removal, and there's a video of me doing it. This one kind of, I mean, it smells like It smells like something that would, like, it has a chemical. But it also kind of has this citrusy, like, I probably shouldn't keep inhaling that. It has this little bit of a citrusy smell to it compared to this one, which is from Vivian. Let me see. This doesn't smell like that at all. And you know what? I think this is kind of dried out. Maybe it's old. So I'm going to chuck this. Did you guys see my video on adhesive in the fridge last week? I hope that helped you guys. Side tables I recommend. I personally, within my room versus, actually no, you could take one of these mobile. Just get a salon tray. Like the kind that they use when they're doing foils on your hair, that it has the top and the wheels on the bottom. You could just go to Amazon and look for a salon, like a beauty salon tray. My trainer said to swipe a lash with saline solution if it's not sticking. And if a lash isn't sticking, why is that? Okay, so I'm only assuming that she told you to do saline because adhesive loves moisture. So if the lash was wet, when you go to place it, it's literally going to like bond to it because it's wet. However, you could also potentially shock polymerize that because it's been exposed to way too much moisture. So yeah, that's not exactly something I would suggest. What you can do is you can introduce humidity into the air by using your nebulizer or nanomister. And if a lash isn't sticking, why is that? It could be that the lashes are dirty. So make sure the lashes are cleansed before you get started. I always tell my clients to cleanse their own lashes. I don't do it for them. I used to, but I don't anymore. And if you do it for your clients, I would suggest that you charge them for that. They should come with clean lashes. You got to train them to do that. So they need to get used to cleaning their lashes at home on their own. When they come here, I've actually sat and watched them clean their lashes, and I've had to actually correct a few who were like rubbing the shit out of their eyes, and I'm like, girl, like, we want to keep those things on our face, not wash them off. So like, chill, a little bit gentler, be a little gentle, do it long enough. Happy Birthday's like the song, right? You're supposed to wash your hands long enough to sing happy birthday to make sure they're clean. I nebulize on each eye singing happy birthday. Like I use that as a reference point. So yeah, maybe just use a nebulizer to introduce humidity and make sure that they're clean before you get started. Rika Lash, take a look at the post because I reposted why I used an L and a C on that girl. She has two different, her natural lashes are different. Thank you, little mama. Acetone to clean your tools. Yes, you can. You know, I was surprised to see that you can kind of use that, not as like a disinfectant or whatever, but yeah, there's like, you have a few options, but most of all, you still always have to check with your state board what their requirements are. Hi, Smitty. What their requirements are to sanitize your tools. You could dip it into like a little acetone wash. If you have tweezers that have a print on them, don't leave it in there for too long, because then your print's going to get all fucked up and start to chip. And then you're going to be mad because you spent however much money on those cute printed tweezers and the acetone just fucked it. Right. So you can dip it into acetone. There's also barbicide. And then there's a glass bead sterilizer, which in some states that's actually not allowed. Thank you, Lashes by Francis and Aesthetics with Rose. Yesy, that's pretty forward of you. She says, what are the techniques to create volume lashes and what tools do you use? Well, darling, you'll have to take a training for that, to learn some techniques. I had to take one. You got to take one. Okay? But there's different ones. I'm going to be teaching 3 different techniques at my classes. And there's really one that I use the most. Really, it's the only one I use. You really only, like, when people say they teach all these techniques, it's like, dude, but you really only need, like, 1 or 2, right? And it also depends on your tweezer. I'm just trying to clean up around here. Matter of fact, I'm just going to quickly show you all the different tweezers. Obviously, these two are the same. I gotta add that one in there. Actually, this one doesn't belong in here. But you see how many different kinds of tweezers there are? So just understand that when you ask somebody what kind of tweezer they recommend, that's a loaded question, okay? It is all going to come down to preference. You need to try each one of these to find out which one is the right one for you. And if you take one of my classes, you will get to do this. You will get to try these and find out which one's the best one for you. Okay? All right, so I gotta go because I got shit to do. But I hope you guys have an awesome night. And look out for that giveaway post tomorrow, okay? All right. Have an awesome evening. Peace out.